Hi, hello everyone. You're welcome back this afternoon. This is another week again on the author experience with myself, Susanna Olatujiko Molafe, which is I'm going to be your host this afternoon on our author experience with Pauline. So we've been doing this is something we do every single week, whereby we bring different authors from different background, from different African Caribbean background, living here in Ireland and as well living in UK. So we bring them onto this platform to talk to them, to chat with them, and for them to tell us about their experience as an author, to share their lives and their journey of their books, their writing journey, and what it means to be an author. To share it with us. So to that this afternoon, I'm going to be having Pauline joining me again. So for those of you that might just this might be your first time of coming across this author experience, it's a short conversation whereby we have on a weekly basis with different authors. And our author for this month series has been Pauline, who is the author of the book called The Temperance of My Life. So she's going to tell us a little bit more about that. And if you're thinking, how can I get a copy of the book? We're going to tell you everything. You can always inbox us or send us messages on live. You can join us live as well to talk to the author if you want to know a little bit more about this book called The Temperance of My Life. And it's a collection of different poems bringing together that tells a story of a woman. And the woman is here with me today, and her name is Pauline Ansin Gilman. Welcome, Pauline. How are you?
I'm not too bad today. The sun is shining, so thank you very much for having me on as well. And I am a moderator of this fantastic author experience. My name is Pauline Hanson Gilman, and yes, I am the author of The Tapestry of My Life. The book consists of a journey, a story, and it's a snapshot of my life and the people that are in my life here now and who have gone on to the next world.
Thank you very much, Pauline, for introducing yourself to our audience to get to know you a little bit more. We have a page on Facebook which is called the African Caribbean Authors Island, and it covers both Ireland and UK. Pauline Unseen Gilmer, which is she's the author of the book which we are going to be talking about, Temperance of My Life. Is one of the moderators, co-moderators, along with myself on that Facebook group page. So if you like to join the group, please just Google or go on Facebook and type in African Caribbean Authors Island, and it will bring up the group. You can join us, and we're there to welcome new authors onto our platform. Today, again, welcome, Pauline.
Thank you.
Yeah, we've been talking about your book, The Temperance of My Life, which is a wonderful book that you've put together a collection of poems. You've used poems to tell your own life story. And this week, we're going to be talking about the next chapter in the book, which really talks about the Windrush. For those of people out there that might not have heard about Windrush, I would like you to tell us a little bit about what Windrush is all about. And this is about Caribbean coming into UK to work. Just give us a little bit insight into the story. And we're going to be talking about the eulogy poems, which is the next chapter in the book. And this is about celebrating this diversity of people that traveled all the way from Caribbean down to UK, which is London, in London specifically, and all over UK to come and work and to come and contribute to motherland, to be part of that generation in building the monarchy and building a nation in itself. So let us get to know a little bit more about these people and how they become part of your journey in this
Okay.
book.
Okay, thank you, Sam. And I'd like to say again, greetings, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are in the world. Now, the Windrush era, I am part of that. I am Jamaican descent. My father came over here in 1960. Some came before that when the British government invited them to come over and work to build the country back up because of World War II had devastated Europe and Britain, because we're part of the Commonwealth, so we're part of Britain. and they wanted the West Indians to come over and build the country back up again. So my father was one of them that came over to begin with, the Windrush area, and he told us many stories of his struggles and his plights when he first came over here, and what he faced. But he had the determination in his heart that he was coming here to work 5 years, and then he was going back to the West Indies. Unfortunately, that did not happen. He did go back in 1965, but life was so difficult over there, and my mother then became pregnant with myself, and then my other sister came along. So my father decided to come back to Britain, and he worked and sent for us. So I came 1970, so I'm still part of the Windrush era with my mother and my sister to come. And it's a true legacy. The people that have come over here, they've worked all their lives, built up their lives, make sure their children have a good future, and they have left their legacies. And I wanted to, as we move on to the poem, I wanted to celebrate that in some of the personalities and the characters in the book. So you get a real true sense, of these people, gritty, hardworking people that came over from the warmth of their island to come to Britain. A lot of them came into the north. That's where I am. And they're scattered all about, but in the north it's particularly cold. So you can just imagine, the temperature drop that they faced when they came over here. Nevertheless, they were steely, they were resilient, and they continued to do what they needed to do. Okay, so the poem that I'm going to read you today, everyone, is, let's say, it's a eulogy poem. And if you bear with me one moment, I am going to read Pretty Sassy Young Thing. Now, this particular poem, I'm just going to give you segments. The first chapter and the last chapter it celebrates my aunt. She's part of the Windrush era. So, oh, Auntie, sweet Auntie, the stories you used to tell. You were such a pretty thing in all the young men's eyes. You gave your daddy, Mas Caswell, anxious days and sleepless nights. So if you can just imagine what type of personality and character my aunt had, for her father to have sleepless nights. Right. And so the last bit of this is, I will just give you a taster. It's Aunt Thelma is waiting. Annette's call was way too soon. Your brothers, granddaddy, they were all willing you, but you managed to catch the morning train. That way you were sure to know. Ticket one-way collector, no return. And Auntie, I should tell you, they do not have bleep bleep telephones. So good night, God bless from this world out there. Safe passage until we meet again.
Oh,
now,
is that another auntie, or is it the same auntie?
That particular poem, Pretty Sassy Young Thing, is part of the one personality, which was my aunt, and she was a force to be reckoned with. So I hope everyone who's listening and who's going to be listening, you get a sense of what she was like just by that first
two lines. It seems she's not more with us with that.
Sorry?
Did I get a sense that she's not with us anymore?
No, she isn't. So that is a eulogy poem.
Yeah.
That's a eulogy poem.
And you can sense it from, you can easily sense it from the last few words there. Yeah. But at the same time, it tells a story of a woman that she's not afraid to be a woman. And she, it just tells us that story. And especially with these days, like there's so many things going on around domestic violence, about women, when you still see women like that are so strong to be a woman, and they, which is something that we need to really begin to start celebrating within our community as well.
She had a tough time when she came over. Her life wasn't easy going, but she had that resilience within her. And we, as her nieces and nieces and nephews, we used to love all the stories she used to tell. I mean, our children cringed, mom. But we loved it. We absolutely loved it. And I had a really, really close relationship
with her.
yeah,
Yeah.
really did.
And we can see, I can see that from that poem. Now
Mm,
I know that you have 7 of this different type of poems that is there.
mm, mm.
um did you write one for your dad? Do you want to give us a taste of that?
Yeah. I think what I did is the poem that I wrote for my dad when it actually is not in the eulogy bit.
Okay.
I celebrate it in the first section of the
Okay.
poems. And I read it out, and it came to me so quickly. To be honest with you,
Yeah.
I remember my father passing, and I just sat on the step at my mum's house, and I could hear my dad's voice, he just booming, And I sat down and I read it, and this is. So, would you like me to read the first section of it, and then
Yeah,
the
just give us a taste, because we
yeah,
want people to be hungry for these. We want
yeah,
them to, to go out there and say, "Wow, that's
yeah,
beautiful." I like to know what the hand will look like,
yeah,
because the whole idea around us sharing these these auto experience with
yeah,
the world is to get people to pick up, their credit cards and to go there and get the book and read, and for this book to really may play a very significant role in their life. So go ahead and
So
give us a taste.
yeah, so this poem is in the first section of the book where it says the tapestry unfold, and this is actually the poem that I read out at my dad's funeral service.
Wow.
So I'll just read you the first section. Why shed tears when there is no need? I am not in pain anymore. Remember, you saw my face. I humbly showed no sorrow. So that's the first bit of that. And
Oh,
as I said, I was at my mother's because we were taking it to stay with her. Obviously, she'd been with my dad 50 plus years, so it's been wrenched from her. And my dad just came to me. My dad just came to me, and I just picked up that pen and put it on paper and wrote the poem.
yo, thank you very much. That is a good way to end this afternoon. That just capture, that just few lines that you've read there just capture, those last moments that yourself and your mom and the family would
Yeah,
have shared with your dad, while and it's comforting to say you saw my face, that there's no
yeah,
sorrow there.
mm,
Yes, I'm leaving you guys, but there's no sorrow. I'm
yeah,
hopeful. Let me just put it that he's hopeful and he's confident within himself that
yeah,
wherever he's going to, uh
yeah,
there's going to be peace, love, and joy over there for him.
yeah.
Now,
And
a lot of us do believe that there's a life after this, and some
mhm,
don't. But for
mhm,
those of us that have hold on to that faith, that there's a
mhm,
better life for us after all this, because
mhm,
sometimes you wonder what is all this all about.
mhm.
This is comforting, and I'm hoping that
It
people will
is.
go out there. So give us your last. People will go out there and get a copy of this book, which is called "Tempest of My Life."
Mhm,
It is something you need to read by Pauline Anson Gilman. She's going to tell us how we can get this book. And for anyone that come across our video, please, you can go onto our Facebook page. You can come onto our Facebook page and drop a comment, and we will send out a copy to you. So go
mhm.
ahead, Pauline. Give us
Okay,
a taste of how
so
we can get this.
the tapestry of my life. So I will show you right there. Right. Okay, so you can DM me directly, either me or Susanna, if you would like your personalized signed copy of the book. You can purchase it on Amazon. You can just type in Pauline Hanson Gilman, The Tapestry of My Life. You can find all the details on our author's page, author's experience page. You can go on to eBay. We're also selling copies on eBay as well. And if you want to have a chat with Susanna and myself, just DM us directly. We'd love to hear your stories. We'd love for you to come on as well, because we want to hear your stories and your journey and how you became an author as well, and what drove you to pick up that pen and write your story. So we're out there, feel free to come and connect with us. We're waiting for you and we'd love to hear from you all. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Pauline, for that. Yes, we are both waiting. We're looking forward to having a chat with you on our auto experience. Myself and Pauline, just to see, tell us. We would like to listen. I think we're good listeners, so we will be able
Yes,
to listen and hear you and give you the platform to share that experience, not just with us, but with our audience and with the world. So for me, I say good day, good night, wherever you are. Have a wonderful and blessed day. And the Easter is just around the corner. Friday is going to be Good Friday. And, the Easter is just there. Easter Monday, you have a lot of merriment. Sometimes you're thinking, what should I do? Get a copy of the book and send to your loved ones. So,
yes.
Pauline,
Right, so I shall wish you a good day, and we thank you for tuning in wherever you are. Yes, as Susanna said, Easter's coming, so spend quality time with your family and friends, and have a reflective thoughts on your lives and where you want to go on further. And we thank you for listening. We thank you for tuning in. Until next time.
and
Okay.
The Temperance of My Life is the kind of book you can have while you're having your dinner. You can read through the poems. There's just
Yeah.
various poems there just to have fun, not all
Yes.
about drinking. And it's something you
No.
can use to reflect on the salvation of Christ, and share your stories and families and on a good
Absolutely.
round table conversation. It's what you need. So
Absolutely.
we talk to you again next week. You see us again next week where we continue on the on this book, Tempest of My Life by Pauline Unseen Gilman.
Yes. And